Hello everyone, this is a quick overview of Module 7. Module 7 is our revision module. It is also probably the most complicated module in the class because you have multiple steps that you have to complete in order and earlier in the module in order to complete the last part, which is the essay revision assignment itself. So I'm going to just take you through the steps so that you can see exactly what you should be clicking on and where you should go in order to complete the first few things before you can complete the last item. So this is what Module 7 looks like, and if you're going through this in order, obviously the editing quiz would be a good idea to take that first. It's just some practice with editing sentences, so you'll get 10 sentences and you have to edit them. Pulls from a pool, so you get different sentences if you take it again. And then you want to read this revising an essay thing. Because this is going to tell you what we're working on in this unit. So you have your choice. You have your narrative essay, your cause and effect essay, or your comparison essay. You choose one of those three. You've already written the essay. You do not need to make any changes. You take the draft that you have right now and work through the rest of the steps with it. So start right away. You don't have any excuse not to because you already have the paper written. Now I will say if you use the comparison essay and I have not given you feedback on it yet, then make sure that you send me an email. Sometimes I get a little behind or I haven't graded a full class yet, and so you may be one of the students who just hasn't gotten feedback yet, and so all you have to do is email me and I'll get that done right away so you can complete this. So the first step is you have two things you're going to do first. One, submit it to the Writing Center, and two, you're going to submit it to the discussion board. The Writing Center, you can use this link right here, or I also have the link to the form right here on the Writing Center submission page. So this is where you will submit the version of your essay that they email back to you. This is not where you will submit to the Writing Center, okay? So this does not go to the Writing Center. This is just showing me that you submitted to the Writing Center. I don't have access to the Writing Center submissions, so I don't know if you've done it until you actually give me the copy of the essay that they send back to you. So first thing you're going to do is fill out the form. This is what the form looks like. You'll put in the date, your name, your student ID number, and the email address that you want them to email it back to you at. So put it at an email that you check regularly, needs to go right here. You also want to tell them you're just kind of in general what you're working on and what you need help with, and then you'll tell them the class. And then some more information about the assignment is always a good idea because they can give you more specific feedback that way. And then you'll choose your file from your computer, and then you'll hit submit down here at the bottom. So you'll choose your file, upload your essay, hit submit. That will go in email form to the Writing Center director, Bruce Symes. You can also email him directly, but then you don't get the benefit of those questions on the form. However, sometimes the form just doesn't work very well. So you want to make sure that you try to submit early in case there's some kind of glitch or you send in a file type he can't open, and then you have plenty of time to fix the problem so he can give you feedback. So if you submit and you haven't heard anything back within 2 business days, so 2 days during the week, you may want to email him at this email address just to make sure that he got it. There is nothing I can do on my end to help you with this because I don't control the Online Writing Lab emails at all. So you need to make sure that you're leaving yourself enough time to complete the assignment. When you get the email back, you will have attached to the email from the Writing Center will be your essay file. And in that essay file, you will have comments. Now, in order to see the comments, if you open it up in Word Online, they will not appear. So you have to actually download the essay in order to be able to view those comments. So keep that in mind. Sometimes you'll also send them to you in a PDF form, so you can always request that if you can't see the comments. And then that is the file that you'll upload here. So you'll click Start Assignment, and then you'll upload that file with comments here. You're then going to use those comments in order to complete the revision assignment. So you've submitted to the Writing Center. The next thing you're going to do is take that same essay and you're going to post it on the discussion board. So you're just going to hit reply and you're going to post your essay. You can give us a little introduction to your essay if you want to, but that's not required. The thing you're doing is posting your essay. Once you have posted, you should see everyone else's essays, and you're going to pick 2 and you're going to give them a peer edit. Now the peer edit, you have some guides here. There's not any specific questions that you need to answer, but I do encourage you to kind of go through these and just go through different categories and leave them some general feedback. You can kind of give them bullet points of, so it looks organized, or your thesis needs work, or something like that. And then you need to give them at least 5 specific comments with an example. So you're going to copy and paste 5 parts of their essay into your review and show them what it is that's the issue. So it may be a grammatical issue, it may be that they don't have their heading, it may be something else entirely, maybe they need a citation or their citation is wrong, anything like that would be fine. So you're going to do that in your reply post to your peer. Now, there can only be 2 replies per essay, which is why you cannot do a peer review if you don't post your essay. So 2 replies, and they can't be the same comments. So you may want to look at the previous, if there's somebody who already replied to an essay, and then make sure that you look over their comments so you're giving them, the author, new comments. You'll do that 2 times. You'll do 2 different essay replies. The last step is to actually complete the essay revision assignment. So this is the assignment itself, and as you can see, you're choosing 5 comments from the Writing Center, you're choosing 5 comments from the discussion board, so you should have 10 total that you can use, and then 5 comments from the instructor. Make sure you watch this video if you're not sure. There are specific inline comments that are not on the rubric that you can see. The rubric's just kind of general feedback. The inline comments are really specific, so like I'm pointing out misspelled words, I'm pointing out capitalization problems, commas, that kind of thing. Those are the ones that you want. So you can see the video there. And then for those 15 comments, you're going to open up this worksheet as a document, and you're going to fill it out. So use this worksheet here. You have space for your peer review comments. So you're going to copy and paste the comment that your peer left you, and then the text of the essay, the explanation of why it needs to change, and then the change itself. And you'll do that for 5 comments from your peers, 5 comments from the Writing Center, 5 comments from your instructor. And then you're going to do the self-review comment changes. And the self-review, you're going to provide the text, the explanation of the problem, and the change. So your self-review is all about what you find in your essay. And this is supposed to be less about grammar and more about things that you notice within your essay that you would like to change. So it's a self-edit of your essay. You can, if you want to, make changes to the original essay file and actually, little comment bubbles or something, and upload that file, but that's not required. You're graded on the worksheet itself. So one thing to remember is that you are graded on having 20 changes on the worksheet. So if you do not get a comment or enough comments from your peers, or let's say you submit your essay too late and you don't get any feedback from your peers, you need to substitute comments from the Writing Center, or you need to substitute comments from your instructor. As long as you have 15 here and then 5 from your self-review, you need to have 20 total on the worksheet. The worksheet is what you will submit. So when you go in to submit this assignment, when you hit Start Assignment, you're going to submit the worksheet. Make sure it's not blank. Make sure it has your typing in it, and that's what you'll submit here. There is a sample for you to look at attached right here. Don't use this file though, it's corrupted. So you'll end up with all kinds of weird stuff going on. So you can look at it, just don't use that file for your own. Instead, use this worksheet attached down here. And of course, as always, you can send me an email. Like I said, this is kind of a complicated assignment. It's simple in that, it's not hard to do the revision, and especially if you can find some good sentences to revise and good reasons to revise them. However, it takes a lot of steps, and you need to make sure that you submit that essay to the Writing Center and to the discussion board right away. Otherwise, you will just not leave yourself with enough time to get everything done. So that is the module, and let me know if you have any questions.